What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod back with another video, and today I'm going to be sharing some of the pieces that I picked up from today's Goodwill haul. I went to Goodwill, I went to Ross, and I went to a couple other local thrift stores in my area. So today I'm just going to show you guys what I actually picked up, and I actually made like a couple. I recorded a couple clips. So I'm going to include that in my next trip to the thrift video. But for the most part, I'm going to show you guys everything I picked up today. And on Wednesdays in my area, I believe it's the second Wednesday and the last Wednesday of the month, they usually have a 50% off sale. And that's usually when I try to do a lot of sourcing. Granted, I do some thrift store shopping basically every single day. I try not to miss a day in the thrift, but days where there is the 50% off sale, I usually always go and try to spend a decent amount of money and pick up some pieces that I usually probably wouldn't pick up because it would be too expensive. So if you guys are joining in the chat, hit the like button. If you have any comments, any questions, drop that in the comment section, and I'll get back to you guys periodically as I'm going over some of the pieces that I got. And as I'll just give a couple more minutes to let some more people get in. But for the most part, I'm just going to jump right into it. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask. And the more questions I get, the longer I'll stay on live. But I'm probably going to try to wrap it up around 6 o'clock just to let you guys know. So first piece that I ended up picking up was this Audio-Technica headset. Now, this was in really good condition and it worked perfectly. And this was something that I didn't necessarily need, but it was priced at $5. And Audio-Technica, if you guys know, is a really, really good brand. So if you guys find Audio-Technica headsets, headphones, or anything like that in your area, maybe speakers as well, definitely pick them up. But I just know the sound quality on these are really good. And I like to have headphones when I'm editing my videos. That way I can hear, basically just hear really crispy and clear. So I picked these up for myself, but these were only $2.50 since they were $5. So this is definitely something I'm going to be keeping, but this brand is something for you guys to definitely be on the lookout for. Let me see if I could have that there. Yeah, Audio-Technica. That's the name of the brand. You guys might come across it. They might have iPod docks and stuff like that as well. And I know they sell for some decent money. And this is an older headset, but after checking the comps, I was seeing a D sell for like 35 to about $40. So that's a pretty good flip for me if I was to flip it. But like I said, I'm definitely going to be keeping these. Next, I found I picked up more hard goods than usual. So we're going to have some interesting stuff. Next is actually a Bose CD player. And this is, when was the last time y'all saw a CD player? This was definitely super old. But it was in really good condition, no battery acid or anything like that. And it worked fine as well. So this is something that I checked the comps. This is model PM1, and I was seeing that these were selling for about $40 on eBay as well. So this is something that was only $4.99, as you guys can see right here, and $2.50, turning that into $40. I'm always down for something like that. So this is definitely a really good flip. Be on the lookout for anything Bose, similar to Audio-Technica. Their quality is probably even higher than them, but similar to them, they have a ton of electronics, and you guys will probably come across it in your local thrift stores as well. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Let's see. Everybody's in here. What up, AK? What's going on? No problem. Nice headphones. What's going on, y'all? Somebody says, where did you get your glasses? These are actually from I Buy Direct. I only get their glasses when they have like 50% off sales, and I think they have one going right now. So it's like buy one, get one free. So you still got to pay for lenses, but the glasses itself, buy one, get one. Next is this TI-83 calculator, and I actually didn't pick this one up half off. I got this from a different Goodwill. I got it from a different thrift store actually, but this one was only priced at $5.99. And these calculators usually do sell for $30, and they usually sells within a day. So this was something that I had to pick up because, of course, I try to pay a little less for these calculators nowadays since they aren't the higher end calculator anymore. But of course, if I can pick it up for cheap, I'll still pick it up. So the TI-83, these used to sell for like $50, $60 a few years ago. But now the newer calculator, that's the one to really be looking for. And that's actually what I found in the Goodwill for 50% off. So that was really dope. This one was $7.99. So $4 in the Goodwill. And the funny thing is, this one sells for, this is the TI-84 Plus. And the funny thing is, I paid less for this one than this one. and this one would make me double the profit. So it is what it is. Sometimes that happens. And the funny thing is with this calculator, there were a ton of resellers there, of course, for the first thing in the morning at a 50% off sale. But it just seemed like everybody didn't even know what this was. They were literally just walking past it. And I think it was like sitting like this amongst a bunch of toys. So people probably thought this was a remote control or something like that. But it is what it is. It just pays to really have some knowledge on the whole reselling game and know what to pick up. So definitely be on the lookout for these calculators. This one should sell for 30. This is the TI-83 Plus. And then this is the 84 Plus. And this should sell for at least $60. And the good thing with these calculators is that they sell super quick. Like as soon as you list it, you might wait a few. Like when I used to list them before, I would literally list them and within a few seconds they would sell. But now, of course, the game has changed. So probably within a day or two, it'll sell for about $60. People love bows and music. Folks love that as well. That's what's up. Is there a way to message buyers privately on Poshmark? The best way to message buyers privately on Poshmark is to just go to their bundle. And even if they don't have anything in their bundle, you can just click on the bundle symbol and you can just start a conversation there. That's the best way to do it. I bought my glasses from there too. Yep, I buy direct is the truth. Hi from NYC, bad sign, dreamt about thrift store last night. You are becoming addicted, my friend. Anytime you start dreaming about the thrift, you're going to end up like me. Gloria Evans, hello, Grandma Gloria. Hey, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Had the Haynes, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Someone said the next payday going to try Goodwill shopping for the first time for Poshmark sales only. Been watching your videos, trying to learn what to look for. Yeah, that's the thing with these type of videos. A lot of my videos are probably geared towards more Poshmark related stuff, mainly because Poshmark is easier to deal with. A lot of people ask me questions about eBay and stuff like that. And that's why I started doing more eBay related content on my Patreon page. And I kind of did like an eBay 101 on there since eBay is a little more difficult. But the brands that I share in my trip to the thrifts, those are literally brands that sell on Poshmark within a month. I try to give you guys some of the really good brands that could sell quickly. But I mean, there are a ton of other resellers that share women's clothing brands. But for me, I just stick to the men's stuff since that's what I know. You can now use graphic capabilities on their phones or Google. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the calculators? What are your thoughts on the new cross-listing tool that everyone seems so excited about? I actually don't have a clue about what the new cross-listing platform is. If you do, drop a comment, let me know. I have no clue what that new cross-listing tool is. I don't really keep up to date with all the latest and greatest stuff. But if it's something that's worthwhile, I'm gonna definitely look into it. But before I go into these shoes, let me finish up with this last electronic good that I picked up. This is a first-time brand for me. This is called, I believe it's called Sanjian, but if you guys know how to pronounce it, let me know. I believe it's pronounced Sanjian. But this is a radio. It played really, really loudly in the store, so I know it works fine. I checked the comps, and in this particular model, I believe it was the WR2. This one was selling for like $60. So I'm definitely going to be selling this one just about that same price. And this was $12.99. And of course, since it's $12.99, it was $6.50 in my Goodwill. So I'm definitely going to be just cleaning this up just a little bit because it is kind of dusty and just trying to package it up really well. And I think something like this should fit in a medium flat rate box. So I'll probably charge maybe $69.99, charge shipping as well for this. And then we'll see how long it takes to sell. But something like this, it shouldn't take too long because when I was checking the comps, I didn't see a ton of available listings as well. So whoever's really looking for this particular radio will definitely be happy and should be getting that one soon. So be on the lookout for those radios. I'm trying to do some more hard goods. From the top of the year, I really been trying to focus more on hard goods because clothing is cool. Clothing sells for me all year long, mainly because I keep up with trends and I know which brands to look for. But as you guys know, in the summertime, clothing sales tend to slow down a lot. And overall sales across the board tend to slow down. So I realized that hard goods and electronics and just those random type of stuff that we find in Goodwill, those are the stuff that usually sell all year long. So I'm just trying to pick up more of those stuff. And they also just have much better margins. As you guys can see, I picked that most of those electronics I picked up for like $4 or $5, and I should be selling for a decent amount of profit. So that's always a good thing. Next up is this pair of Ariat shoes, and I believe these are maybe wedges, sandals, shoes. I don't know what you want to call it. These are definitely for women, but I know this brand, so I had to pick it up, and it was in really good condition. I'll show you guys the other one. It didn't have any heel drag or anything like that, so that was really good. And these Ariat shoes usually sell for a decent amount of profit, so I'm thinking maybe 40-50 bucks for these shoes. I don't think it should I should get anything less than that. I might get way more. I didn't check the comps yet, but I'm hoping I get way more. If anybody's familiar with this exact shoe, drop a comment, let me know. But I do think these should sell for a decent amount of profit. Somebody said those are mules. All right, there you go. Mules it is. Mules is in the keywords. Thank you for that gem right there. Someone on here says, I remember buying one back in 2007 for $50. When are you coming to the bins in LA? The bins is definitely not my environment. I don't like the hustle and bustle of the bins and people rushing to the new stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm super competitive, but at the same time, I don't like when it's that like chaotic, almost like a zoo. But I will come to the bins out in LA one of these days. I'm pretty sure I will, because I'm not that far from LA, just to see what it's like. Probably when I get my GoPro, I'll strap it to me and I'll just check out the area and get some decent footage for you guys. Because I do know the bins, people always talk about the bins, how they find crazy stuff. And I think they find the craziest stuff because so many Goodwills in LA, they're super expensive. So people are not going to be spending $50 for a jacket from Goodwill. So most of the times it ends up at the bins. So I think that's why you guys have it really good out there. But for me, the bins in my area, I think I went one time in like 2 years and it wasn't that great. I think I bought a bag, but the environment was crazy, so I didn't even want to keep going. When you buy an item, how long do you expect it to sit before it sells? Most of my stuff sells within about 30 days. The majority of my stuff, I have a really quick turnaround because I just try to buy the stuff that sells fast. But the longest I usually wait is 60 days. After that, I try to donate it to I either try to donate it or I trade it to like a consignment shop. But usually my stuff sells pretty quickly. And that's the only reason why I buy so many things, because I literally just keep turning that same profit over. As soon as I make money, I put it right back into the business. So for me, a lot of the brands I get, they sell really quickly. And once my bills are paid and like savings and all those important stuff is taken care of, I just put it right back into the business. Let's see what else is saying. Have you ever looked into AliExpress for product? No, I have not looked into AliExpress. I actually bought a couple of things from AliExpress. Just I believe I bought some batteries for my camera, but I do believe it's probably a decent place to source for certain stuff. I know a lot of those made in China electronics, they're usually the quality really isn't there. But if you can find a gem, and then try to buy it wholesale, it could be a good way to source. But I haven't done that yet. Let's see. Akil ran across some Ariat boots in Goodwill for about $10. Should be able to make nice profit. Absolutely. Ariat boots, men or women's, always sell pretty well. That's why as soon as I saw these shoes, I didn't even know how much it will sell for, but I had to grab it up. Next up, we got a pair of shoes from Allbirds. And this is the first time I actually found this brand in the store. Allbirds, I did remember reading an article about how this brand got super popular, and the founder is like a billionaire now or close to it. They just made a ton of money in sales. But these shoes, in my opinion, they're not dope, but I guess they're really comfortable. So I'm pretty sure that's why they're so popular. But these are pretty dirty, so I'm going to have to clean up the midsole. And I usually clean shoes with rubbing alcohol or scrubbing bubbles to kind of get shoes back to nice, clean, and bright. But these were $5. As you guys can see, the price tag was $9.99 on there. But overall, the shoes isn't in bad condition. I should clean them up really quickly and probably get $50 for these shoes. So we'll see how that goes. Bins are wild. You just can't get caught up with the crowd. Found many gems. All these resellers just pass up because they follow new stock coming out. Yeah, but a lot of people, you just gotta have the knowledge. You just gotta know what's selling, what's not selling, what's trending, and just do your own thing in terms of trying to follow the crowd. Because usually people pass up on stuff all the time, just like people passed up on that calculator that will sell probably tomorrow for me. So that's definitely always a fact. Next up is a pair of Adidas Pure Boost, and these were these are actually in the Goodwill for a while, because I've been telling you guys my Goodwill, their prices are going up, And these shoes are priced at $15. And a pair of shoes like this would never sell in my Goodwill for 15 bucks. Everyone in my Goodwill is accustomed to selling for paying $5 to $6 for shoes. So when they price these at 15, of course they wasn't going to go. But of course, 15% off. I mean, 50% off, $7.50. I'm down for that. So I'm gonna clean up the midsole, and these are a size 12.5, which is kind of a tough sell because this size isn't really popular. But I figured for $7 I can at least get $40 for these shoes. And I don't mind cleaning up shoes, as you guys can tell. It doesn't bother me at all. Moving right along, we got a pair of Timbs, and these were super clean. And y'all know I'm from Brooklyn, so seeing some Timbs for me is always dope. You know what I mean? When you see some Timbs, you from New York, it hits a certain spot in your heart right there. But these shoes too small for me. These are a size 9W. So these are size 9 in women. So either 9 in women or 9 wide. But I think it's a 9 in women. So I'll probably just use an eraser to get rid of any scuffs that's on these shoes. And these should sell for at least, I'm thinking, 60 to 70 bucks at the very minimum. I had a pair of boots that sold on Poshmark that was in a really good size, very similar size, and those sold for about 60 bucks. Maybe 6 months ago. It was a while ago since I found some Timbs in California. I really don't even find Timbs in California, period. But these should definitely be a very good sale. Let's see who else is in the chat. Sounds like you're in the Bay Area. No, I'm in Southern California. I'm in Santa Barbara. That's why I never buy shoes at Goodwill. They price way too high. Absolutely, it's too much. Do you ever go to pawn shops for sourcing? I actually went to a couple pawn shops while I was out in Phoenix, and their selection was crazy. So I'm definitely going to start getting into pawn shops a little more. I don't necessarily go often, and the ones in my area are super expensive. So they literally have like eBay. They literally post the comps on whatever items they're selling just to let buyers know that like they're giving them a deal, quote unquote. But in other states, pawn shops is really, really good. So once I go back to Arizona again in October for Posh Fest, let me know if you guys are going to Posh Fest, because I'm definitely gonna be there. I'm gonna definitely hit some pawn shops and see what I can find. But I plan on moving out there soon. I plan on moving to Phoenix soon too. So if anybody's in Phoenix or Arizona for that matter, drop a comment. Let me know. Let's see what else is going on. Can find real money at the bins as well. Bought a pair of jeans and found yo. So crazy you said you found $130. There was this time I was in San Jose, and it was this jacket, and it was like a black satin jacket, and it wasn't dope. I think it was like Uniqlo, so it wasn't an expensive brand, but it looked nice, and I put it on and it fit. And I'm thinking of wearing it, and I put my hand in the pocket, and it was $130. And it was like, I remember 6 20s and a 10. When I tell you I ran out of that Goodwill so quickly, it was crazy. And that was when I first quit my job. So that was a tough time too. So I really do think that, like, for a fact that I was supposed to find that money, and it was a blessing. So count your blessings when y'all find money in those clothes. Let's see what else is going on. Damn, I wish I found money. Yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing. Have you ever sourced at Ross? Absolutely. So I'm gonna jump into that find right now. So I went to 2 Rosses in my area. These were actually a pair of Combat Nike Pro. Let me see if I remember the name. Hyper Strong. So these are just like compression pants for football players, and these were $10. And if you guys can see the retail price on here, you will see that these are retailing for $125. So as soon as I see something like this, I had to check the comps just to make sure it wasn't too good to be true. And these are actually selling on eBay for like $80. And they had 4 of them available, so I grabbed all 4. And I think I got a size small, a large, an extra large, and I think it was 2 larges to be exact. So this should definitely be a really good flip. I'll be happy with selling these for 70. Sometimes when I check the comps and I see like 1 or 2 sell for a really high price point, I don't necessarily get too caught up with that, because that might be an outlier. But I'll definitely be happy if I get $75 for these. So this was definitely a good flip. This is $10 for 4 of them. So I spent $40, $43 with tax and all that. So let's see what else everybody's talking about in the chat. I found some Tims with no price and walked away and paid $10 for them. We paid the same amount, and mine was supposed to be half off, so I guess I didn't even get a deal. Let's see. Not being crazy, my cat just jumped on the keyboard. It's all good. Michelle Hawkins says, I live here. If you live in Arizona, I think you're talking about living in Arizona. We definitely gonna be out there for that. I just sold my first pair of Allen Edmonds shoes. I found out about the brand from you. That's what's up. I'm glad I could help with that, because Allen Edmonds is one of those brands that a lot of people know about. Some people, they pick them up, but others try to stay away from them sometimes, because if you check the comps on eBay, the prices will be all over the place. You'll see some sell for 20, then you'd see some sell for 320. So it's kind of hard to know which brands and which specific models sell for some decent profit. But you just got to do the research. You got to usually type in the name or the style number. Every Allen Edmonds shoe has a style number, and when you put that in the in eBay or even on Google, it'll let you know the comps. So some shoes you might as well pass on, but some Allen Edmonds shoes sell for a ton of profit. You should make a day in the life video. Day in the life. My life is not as glamorous as you guys might think. I work a lot, so it's gonna be a lot of this. It's not gonna be a whole lot of nothing. I literally sit down at the computer, I list, I buy, I sell, go to the post office, go to the gym, come home, repeat. Like, it's not exciting. But the days when I find dope stuff at the thrift, I try to document that for you guys. But for the most part, especially since the wedding is coming up, we don't travel as much as we used to. We don't take like weekend trips as we used to, because since we're in California, we literally would just drive to Vegas for the weekend or drive to other parts in California, but we don't do that since we're saving up right now. But I'll probably start doing some day in the life type of videos after the wedding, after September, just to kind of open up, share some more stuff, document some more, because I'm going to be doing some more business ventures in the next few months, and I'm definitely going to start sharing that. So once I start getting contracts and all those type of stuff, I'll start documenting more of the day-to-day. Let's see. Someone says, yes, Scottsdale, next to Phoenix. Okay, Scottsdale is where I'm trying to be. Scottsdale is people say it's the rich and the bougie area, but I love it. To me, it's really dope. It's almost half the price of Santa Barbara. So for me, it's very affordable, and I think I can make a good living out there. Do you take off Marshalls, Ross, TJ Maxx tags before listing? Absolutely. You got to take the tag off. But the thing with if it doesn't sell within 30 days and you want to return it, you can always just you don't necessarily need to have the tag on there. They'll just accept the returns. But I've seen people take pictures and not take the tag off, and that's super tacky. So you got to take the tag off. Take the tag off. Let's see. Allen Edmonds sat for me for like 2 years. You probably might have had a pair that just doesn't sell, or you might have had a bad size, like this size 12 and a half boost. This might sit for a long time, because 12 and a half, 11 and a half, those are tough sizes to sell. But it is what it is. Where's your girl? I love the video she was into. She actually just got home from work, so she should be home soon, but she's on the way. Do you ever go to church sales? Yeah, I do go to some of these church thrift store sales, and those are really good to go to, because people are just literally trying to get rid of stuff. They'll give it to you for 50 cents. But I haven't gone to one in a while, but I'm gonna have to check Craigslist and see. Scottsdale is the best area to live in. Absolutely. That's one of those places where people wish they could afford to live. So it's on the list. It's definitely on the list. Next up, I got this pair of Puma Ignite golf shoes, and these were practically brand new. I don't think they were worn. If they were, they was worn once, but as you guys can see, these look practically brand new, really nice, really clean. And the price on this was $12.99, so $6.50 for these. I don't think these was used. They were probably just sitting amongst a bunch of the other shoes, so they do have some scuffs and some scratches, but I could easily get that out with some rubbing alcohol. So I'm gonna list this as new without box after I get rid of some of these like stains. You could tell it was literally sitting. The Tims was sitting on top of it, so it is what it is. But I'm gonna probably list these for maybe $50-$60. Golf stuff is selling for me like crazy right now. Almost all of those FootJoy golf polos that I shared with you guys in my last live video, I think it was last week, those are all sold out. I think I might have 1 out of 7, but I'm pretty sure the last one was sold this morning. But just to let you guys know, these golf stuff I'm keep talking about, FootJoy, anything with a Masters logo, those things are selling like crazy for me. So definitely be on the lookout for those. Next is this pair of Lululemon pants. And Lululemon pants, these were $5.99. These were for men. And the thing with these is that they didn't have the size tag on the inside. But the thing with these shoes, I believe the size should be in a pocket, one of these pockets. And if not, I'll just take the measurements and list it on eBay or on Poshmark. Either way, they'll definitely sell for at least 35 to 40 bucks. The thing with this thrift store, they usually price anything with a name, they price it way higher. But this one just got through the crack. So I was able to snag these for $6 and turn in 6 into maybe say $35. I'm down for that all day long. But the one thing how I knew these were Lululemon is, one, I sold them before, but just look at the tag. Just in case you guys come across these, it usually says wet, dry, warm, and then limited edition. So sometimes you might find a t-shirt that just says wet, dry, warm. And then once you see that, look around. Just try to look around, because Lululemon always has some type of branding on their stuff. And you can see there's a small Lululemon little button on the pocket. So just always look out for that. As you guys know, Lululemon isn't selling it for as much as it used to. The hype for Lululemon is kind of dying down, but people still wearing it. You know what I mean? People are still willing to buy. They're just not buying it as fast or as for as much, but it's still selling. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Let's see what's in the chat real quick. When I was in CSUMB, I rented a 700 square foot for $900. You will never get a 700 square foot apartment anywhere near Santa Barbara for $900 anymore. The least you're getting is probably that you get 400 square feet for like $1,100 to $1,200. It's ridiculous out here. It makes no sense to live here. I'm just taking advantage of my opportunities. But in terms of starting another business, starting a family, doing anything bigger and better, it's not worth it. But next up is this shirt. I picked it up for $4.99. This is a Vineyard Vines striped shirt. And this one was really nice, really clean. And the funny thing is, I didn't even notice this until I got home. But this actually has a Samuel Adams embroidery on the sleeve. So this was very weird. I guess you could call it a collab if you want. But I'm pretty sure it might have just been Samuel Adams that just bought Vineyard Vine shirts for their workers and then put it on the sleeve. So I'll make sure I put that in the description. Somebody might really love Samuel Adams and want it, or somebody might not care that it has Samuel Adams on the sleeve and just really likes Vineyard Vines. So Vineyard Vines doesn't sell for as much as it used to. I should get maybe $25 for this shirt on eBay. So I'll list it, make sure I say Samuel Adams in the keywords. Somebody might really want it, and hopefully it sells pretty quickly, because it's one of those things that Vineyard Vines doesn't sell that fast for me anymore. It usually takes closer to 3 weeks to a month, but we'll see. Hopefully Samuel Adams does something for me. Only a fool would take the tag off. You gotta be crazy. Surprise, Arizona is nice too. Okay, I'm gonna definitely check out Surprise, because I've been on Craigslist looking at Surprise, Arizona, just looking at for apartments, and I keep seeing Surprise, but I didn't know if it was a good area. What's good? I need advice pricing a 90s neon pink Lakers snapback hat. I definitely would have to see it, but if it's 90s and it's dope, price it on the higher end. Probably price it closer to like $30, maybe even more than that. Because Lakers right now is Lakers is always a strong brand. Anything Lakers would usually sell, but right now in particular, we got AD, we got LeBron. Mind you, I'm saying we, but I'm just a LeBron fan, so wherever he goes, I'm going to. But Lakers fans will spend money for that. Akil, I have a friend from New York who moved to Scottsdale last year, and he loves it. See, now that's the type of stuff I like to hear, because I'm definitely moving. It's just a matter of when, but we are definitely moving. So the next time we go out there for Posh Fest is probably going to be, that'll be the third time this year that we went, and it's going to be more of like a just a time to scope the area, scope out a different side of town, because the places we visited was definitely Phoenix. We stayed in Phoenix, and we stayed in the Biltmore area, Arcadia. And then the first time, I believe we was like, I don't remember the name of the area, but we were closer to the airport the very first time. So just to see different areas, just to give it a feel, because Arizona's so big and spread out that you gotta know what you're getting yourself into. Do you also sell golf clubs? Look like they are hard to ship. I bought some golf clubs with the intention to sell, and they're still sitting. I didn't even list them yet, so they're technically in my death pile. But they're not necessarily hard to ship because some people sell tubes, like shipping tubes, where you can sell posters. So you could actually use those shipping tubes and put one in there, and it shouldn't weigh that much. It should weigh maybe a pound, maybe a pound and a half. So that's just an option for you though. Um, how are Poshers getting photos with models for their clothes? Are they coming from the internet? Yeah, a lot of people are using stock images. A lot of people are buying clothing that's still in stores and still on websites, so it's easy for them to get stock images. For me, I don't necessarily use too many stock images, and if I do use any stock images, I make sure that I'm taking a photo of the actual image, because some people, especially if the item isn't brand new, buyers want to know exactly what the item looks like. They don't want to just see the stock photo. They want to see what it actually looks like. What do you use for collar stains on dress shirts? If it's a white shirt, I usually just put some bleach. Usually bleach gets it out, especially if it's like a yellow sweat stain. If not, I usually pre-treat it. I'll put some Tide on there and just like hand wash it, and then usually throw it in the washing machine, and that gets it out. Let's see what else we got here. I got some more shirts. This is actually from Arc'teryx. Now, this Arc'teryx brand is something I don't find often, but anytime I do, it usually sells for a decent amount of profit. This is the logo for Arc'teryx, in case you guys aren't familiar. And Arc'teryx is a Canadian brand. Usually, it's very, very high quality stuff. Their jackets sell for a ton of profit. But I didn't even see a tag on this shirt when I found it. I literally just looked at it from the front, and it just looked like high quality. And once I turned it over and saw the logo, I realized that it was Arc'teryx. So I was happy about that. But the inner tag, I'm looking to see if they have an actual size tag on here, because if it doesn't, then I might be in trouble. But regardless, this shirt should sell for about 35 to 40 bucks. Arc'teryx is a really good brand. And you can see it still has the dry cleaning tag, so I don't have to worry about any stains or anything like that. And I paid $3 for that shirt. Next up, we got a pair of Hudson jeans for women, and these are brand new with tags. I don't know how these got through a whole 50% off day at Goodwill, but these were brand new and got the Nordstrom tag on there, and the Nordstrom tag says 119. But of course, Nordstrom probably wasn't even selling these for 119. Nordstrom probably had this on the clearance rack at some point, but these should definitely sell. I'm thinking maybe 50, maybe 55 bucks. I don't know, something like that. Hudson jeans don't sell for that much money for me, at least. I just sold a pair that was used on Poshmark for $16, and that took like 3 to 4 weeks to sell. So since these are brand new, and I think these are a boot cut. I don't even think this is like a slim fit or anything like that. This is more like a boot cut. So this might take a while to sell. But brand new with tags, Hudson, can't go wrong with that. I'll take the chance, and I only paid $4 for these. And next, we got this pair of Levi's jeans, and these are the Flare 48. So nice jeans, brand new, women's as well. Got the tags on there, and it actually even has the Ross tag on here for $15.99. So I'm gonna just pop that because I don't need any buyers knowing that I bought a Ross pair of jeans from the Goodwill. I don't need them knowing that. But this should sell for maybe 25 bucks on eBay. Poshmark, same thing. I know I don't sell Levi jeans for a ton of money. New or used, they usually don't sell for a ton of money. But since it was brand new, I had to pick it up. Let's see what people are saying. I'm with you where I'm with you. Wherever he goes, I go. That's a fact. The brand is fire with moto pants. I'm not sure which brand you're talking about. Free shipping or not. I don't know how people offer free shipping. It's usually so expensive. The thing with free shipping, some people like to push free shipping because they know it gives you a boost in search. And of course, most buyers aren't trying to pay for shipping. But I do some things that, and I don't offer free. I offer free shipping on some items. They're usually first class, so I know exactly how much they're going to cost. But anytime I'm doing something chart without charging for shipping, I'm usually not accepting any offers. And I usually just basically, If the item usually sells for $19.99 and it's first class, I would charge $24.99 free shipping. And that's basically just a way to, entice buyers, give it a boost in search, and it works. It definitely does work. Let's see. That's upsetting that they don't sell for much. Been looking for that big E on the Levi's. I haven't found a pair of Levi's with a big E in a very long time, but I still check, I still search because you never know. And those are the type of jeans that just slip through the cracks. Places like Goodwill, they're not gonna sift through every pair of Levi jeans until they find a big E. They're usually just gonna put them all out, and I haven't found a pair yet, so we'll see. Keeping the faith, you know what I mean? Next up is this pair of Adidas, not a pair, but this Adidas soccer jersey, and I believe this is for women. And this one is F Torres, a Spain jersey, and I wasn't sure who F Torres was, but I typed in F Torres in España on eBay, and I was selling these I was seeing these jerseys sold for like 30 to 40 bucks. So anytime I find these Adidas jerseys, I always try to just make sure that they're legit. You know what I mean? Because they make a lot of fakes with these jerseys. But this particular tag, that's the legit Adidas tag. Nothing special about it, but this one is the legit one. So hopefully it sells quick. Summertime is still here, and people are still buying jerseys like crazy. Anytime I find these Adidas soccer jerseys, they usually sell within a few weeks. So hopefully that one sells fast as well. And next, I got a Bonobo shirt. And I might actually keep this Bonobo shirt because it looks good. It's a slim fit. Bonobos doesn't sell for as much profit. But the Bonobos brand, period, it doesn't sell for as much. But it's $3 and it fit me. So I figured if I don't list it, I'll at least wear it a few times, and then I'll probably sell it for maybe $20. But Bonobos, you can't go wrong because it does sell, but it's not as hyped as it used to be. And the last piece I got, I think this was the last one. Yeah, I think this is the last one. This is a shirt from the brand Bogner. Bogner is more like a ski brand, and they usually specialize in outerwear like coats and big snowboarding stuff. And this is just a shirt, so I'm guessing I should sell this for maybe 30, 40 bucks. But the Bogner brand is so strong that I'm pretty sure it'll still sell for some decent profit. Nothing too crazy about it. Nothing crazy at all. Got a little something on the back. I think it says Bogner in the back, but you guys probably can't see that. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. We got 74 people in here. Don't forget to hit the like button. It definitely helps me out. Let's see. Someone says Arc'teryx moto pants are fire, even with holes in them. I've never seen Arc'teryx motorcycle pants, but anything Arc'teryx lately has been selling like crazy. So one of my plans is to see if I can get to REI. I know REI sells Arc'teryx, and just try to hit one of their clearance sales. And if I can get anything Arc'teryx, there's a lot of those outdoor brands that if you guys can get in there, of course you're going to pay up for it. But if you can get it for a decent price now, you can double your money easily. So that's definitely something to check out. REI sells a lot of those, like Patagonia, Cool, a lot of the brands that I sell. There's a REI in my area, and I went there once just to do some research and see what brands to look out for. But I know they're having a clearance sale soon, so be on the lookout for that. Someone says Fernando Torres was a beast back in the day. Okay, now I know Fernando Torres was on this jersey. So now I know to at least put Fernando Torres. Thank you very much for that tip. So that's all I got. Everything else, I'm going to do a trip to the thrift video. Probably put that up tomorrow for you guys. I did pick up some crazy stuff. So I didn't want to just share that now. I wanted to do a full video, so I got some footage of that as well, so be on the lookout for that. Check out the Patreon if you guys need some assistance with eBay. I've been getting more comments and just trying to do more content on Patreon, so I'm dropping a podcast episode on there tomorrow. And I'm just the podcast episodes, I usually answer questions, and the questions I usually get from the comment section, or I might get it from a Patreon subscriber. And it's usually like a very specific question that you can't just answer like that. It's not something I can just respond back to really quickly. It's usually something a little more lengthy. So podcast form really works well for me. And since I got this microphone, I believe I paid like $70 for this microphone. I'm literally finding any way to feel like I'm recouping my money. I'm just trying to use this as often as possible because $70 for a microphone. I'm gonna make a podcast. I'm gonna make a rap album. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna do all types of shit, but I'm gonna make sure I use this microphone. So hit the like button. Drop a comment. Drop any questions you guys might have. I might put that in my next podcast episode, or I might just make a video about that in the future. But that's all I got for today's video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.